I don't wish this upon anyone. You know, it's yeah, you have to rely on a lot of people. A lot of people. Diagnosis was a perfectly fine pregnancy, and a few hours after she was born, there was a problem. Taken into the operating room, came out and removed 98% of her intestines, and a central line was put in to receive TPN and lipids. Realized that there was a center a couple blocks north of us in Manhattan that was doing what we call a kind of experimental transplant of the intestines. So immediately that day I walked, he met me there, and we met the team and immediately transferred her under their care. But that's tough personally, to have your baby come back to New York when I'm in Pittsburgh, as I'm looking at my dying baby. You know, the whole thing was just, you can't really articulate what you're going through. And it takes kind of years to digest all of that. There should be a group that funds this. There should be a group that, I don't know if you get big organizations, you get personal people that want to put money into it, that funds these people, because a lot of people are stuck in Pittsburgh or wherever their hospital is, that they can't go home because if they get the call for organs, they can't get back. I was turned away from hospitals in New York, but they would say, you have a team and it's in Pittsburgh. Take her to Pittsburgh. They didn't want to touch her. I still have to this day, and I actually have one next to me, but stacks and stacks and stacks of meticulous notes that I took of every single nurse, their name, what they administered to her, how much they administered to her at the time, exact time and day. That's what you have to do. And I came to just take these and memorize every single thing. I became a nurse myself. So I understood what they were giving her, at what time they were giving her. Like, that's how I learned everything. No training on any of this. And some of the tips that I actually figured out how to keep the stoma bag on from not leaking and flying off in church or when you're in the grocery store, Target, I learned from moms on the floor when I was in the hospital. So she missed a whole chunk of second grade, a whole chunk of fourth grade, getting services from the school. You didn't want to give me, like, how can you not give me services? How can you not? Like, there's a lot of people in this town that fight for services just because they want their kids to get into an Ivy League school. I want my kids to get services so she can read and write and do math. So I thought that was a huge wrong. That's all I can say. It was just wrong. So there should be an advocate for that it shouldn't just fall on parents who I think have been through enough of this struggle. It'd be really nice to have forums or conversational groups around. There needs to be more information sharing. So at the time you have 12 given patients, go share that with them. So there needs to be maybe somebody, a meeting with the social workers, say that's the point person. So the social workers from all the hospitals need to have maybe a monthly meeting to say, hey, have you guys developed anything new? And if not, let's think, what do you guys need? What do you guys need? Maybe they're the point person.